What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Dr. Ham's Tech, and today we got a new phone in the house and introducing here the OPPO A98 5G. And in today's video, what we're going to do is of course go through the key specs and features on this phone before you make your purchase decision. So yes, without further ado, let's just get right into it. Okay, so we're going to start off with a quick unboxing here, and I do like the big chunky box. It shows that it is going to offer a lot of stuff inside here. So we have the manual books and the safety features here, and of course we have the case. Here are all the safety guide, and of course the pin here to eject your SIM card tray. We have the phone, which we are going to check out in a little bit, because we're going to check out the other goodies here. So we have the Super VOOC charger with the USB A and C cable. So here we have 67 watt Super VOOC, which is absolutely lovely. And now we have the OPPO A98 5G. Really excited to peel this off. And boom, here we have it. This is the Dreamy Blue edition. So let me just clear off this table and let us check out this phone. Okay, so this phone is ready to go, and we're going to talk about the build and design here. So it is of course made out on plastic on the back. I do like the design, very clean and very simple, and it does have that nice blue hue to it as well. And we have the triple camera setup on the top end corner, and we have the OPPO logo on the bottom end. Going on to the sides, you'll notice that it does have the squarish design, a little bit more modern feel and a little bit different compared to the many other phones you're going to find out there. I do like it, to be honest, because it does give it a little bit more premium feel to it, and it feels really comfortable in hand. It does have a little bit of some curves on the sides, and of course we do have on the bottom here a headphone jack. So yes, you can use your wired audio headset to use with it. You have your USB-C for your fast charging. We have a down-firing speaker here, and we also have a top-firing speaker. We have the volume buttons on one corner, and we also have the SIM card tray slot here. Sadly, no micro SD expansion. And we have the power button here, which also acts as your power button. So there you have it. And so here we have the phone looking really huge, coming in at about 6.7 inch in terms of the display. It does have a 120 Hz refresh rate, as you would expect in any phone in 2023, and it does have an AMOLED panel. So yes, it's really nice. It does give you the punchy colors, the contrasty, the deep black colors, and all that AMOLED goodness. And here we go at maximum brightness, so we can see that the yellows do pop out. The colors looks really nice, I would say. I mean, in terms of viewing experience, I don't think I'm gonna complain about this phone at this price range over here. And I gotta say, I mean, I'm really impressed with the display on this. This one does give you the 1 billion color, so yes, do expect good color on it. I wouldn't say it's the flagship level as you'll get from the higher end phones like for the OPPO Find X2 or the Find X6 or whatsoever, but for an AMOLED panel, I gotta say this one here looks really nice. Now let's do a speaker test on this phone just to test out those stereo speakers. Alright, so now we are going to talk about the internal specs on this phone. So first off, you need to know is that this phone does come with 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of storage. There isn't any micro SD expansion with it. But in terms of the RAM, as we can see here, we do have the RAM expansion feature. So if you're not going to use up all that storage here can improve the RAM management on this phone with the RAM expansion feature. So you can go up all the way to 8 gigs of RAM. So it does give you at about 16 gigs of RAM, which is of course amazing. And of course, if you want to talk about the processor over here, we do have a Snapdragon processor with 5G support. It does come with the 695. I am of course a little bit disappointed because they don't give you the 720 or maybe a 750 chipset, but this is the highest end in terms of the entry level chipset, and I haven't had any problems with the chipset. I've used a lot of phones with the 695 and I never had really major issues. If you guys are going to use this phone for simple tasking, going through your social media, going to use it for your social media consumption like Netflix, YouTube and all that, you're not going to notice a lot of lags or stutters. This processor over here is of course good for most of these tasks. And of course, you want to talk about the software side of things. Here we do have Color OS 13 on top of Android 13. So yes, it is updated to the latest thing over here, so you don't have to worry about the features and whether it's going to be out of date right off the box. So we have certain features that I really do like here. We have the smart sidebar with the quick return feature, which I actually do use on a daily basis when it comes to Oppo phones. And of course, you have to go through all this. I mean, if you guys have been using a lot of Oppo phones, you'll feel right at home over here. And I do like all the features that comes with this phone. There isn't any always on display toggle with this, but there is still a lot of customizations that you can do with your phone. As you can see from here, there's just tons of things to explore with this Oppo phone. And of course, we're going to talk about the battery and charging over here. So you are given a massive 5000 milliamps of battery from this phone here, the A98 5G, which would give you about a day of usage. Because if you are already at home and you want to charge it up, you don't have to worry because you have the Super Vogue charger over here, the 67 Super Vogue. So it's able to charge up from 0 all the way to 100% in just about 30 minutes, which of course is insane and of course really amazing. Alright, so one more thing I want to talk to you guys about is the face and fingerprint unlock, which works really fast. So all you need to do is point it to your face and boom, you are right in. And when it comes to the fingerprint unlock, you just need to gently go on the side here and you will get the job done one more time, just to let you guys see. Tap and you are right into your phone. And of course, last but not least, let us talk about the cameras on the A98 5G. So starting here with the selfie shooter, which is located on the center top end corner over here, which does make it everything look symmetrical. It does come with a nice 32 megapixel sensor, which can record up to 1080p at 30 fps. And if you go on to the rear cameras over here, we have a triple camera setup, starting with a 64 megapixel AI camera, and we do have two 2 megapixel sensors, one for your micro shooting and also one for your depth camera, which does give you a very nice triple camera setup, of course with the flash, and it can record up to 1080p at 30 fps. And if we go on to the camera features here, you can see you have your night mode, video mode, photo, portrait, and we have other features here as well, the Pro Extra HD, Panorama, Time-Lapse, Sticker, and of course, I do like this feature here, the Dual View Video feature. So in case if you guys are into a lot of vlogging or whatsoever, you can use this with the A98 5G. There isn't any super, the ultra-wide lens with this, which is a little bit disappointing. So now let's check out some shots from this phone and see how do they look. Alright, so that is it with the A98 5G, and of course if you guys enjoyed this video, do click the like and smash the subscribe button down below for more videos like this in the future. And of course if you want to follow me on my socials as well, you can do so on my Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, here and YouTube at Dr. Hamstech. So that is it, this is Dr. Hamstech and I'll see you guys in the next one.